Hello everybody, welcome back to Snetterton. Are you excited as I am, because it's time for race 1 of the MGCC Cockshoot Cup here live at Snetterton. The race ahead is literally on its last lap. Then the Cockshoot Cup, we're going to get straight out onto the circuit. Yes, it's going to be a thriller right here. Now, straight after, we're going to bring you the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup race 1 as well. Now, in a perfect world, we'll be able to show you the grid. Unfortunately, we can't do that because it's not ready yet. So there you go. How they're going to line them up, not quite so sure. But yes, very shortly anyway, we'll see the Cockshoot Cup cars come out onto the circuit here at Snetterton. Now, where are we? We've come down to the very first corner. This along here is the start-finish straight. Then this corner here is Riches. It's a lovely corner, sweeps around. Then we've got a nice view just on the midfield of the circuit as well. To come around the left-hander here, go down just out of shot into Agostini, but then they come back around the left-hander, Hamilton, and around Oggies as well. So we're going to see an awful lot of the track. For qualifying, if you joined us for that, we were down at the other side actually of this straight, the far side. Over at Murray's, you saw Coram Curve and Murray's the very final corner, but we've decided to change things up a little bit. We want to see the first corner, don't we, for this racing action for the Cockshoot Cup. So do comment below, who do you think is going to win? Remember, there are multiple classes in the Cockshoot Cup, and of course we're going to keep you abreast of all of the action as it happens. So I've got the start list here. Class A, we have Leon Wignall. In fact, don't forget qualifying, there was a red flag, wasn't there? Leon Wignall actually spun it down at Murray's. That wasn't why the red flag was brought out. I think there was a bit of oil on the track. But Leon Wignall in Class A. In Class B, we've got Mike Peters, David Morrison, James Johnson, Aaron Jackson. Although I do have some news actually about Class B. I believe Mike Peters will not be starting this race. It's a shame because he was in the championship hunt in Class B. I think, unfortunately, there's an issue with the car and he's going to be going home. So that is, unfortunately, Mike Peters' weekend done. Unless I'm wrong, if he suddenly appears out on track, then what the hell do I know? Class C, we've got Keith Eagar. Now, it's Keith Eagar who put it on pole position outright, wasn't it? So Keith Eagar, Ashley Woodward, Mark Wright, Ray Collier, Max Pittock-Holdsworth, Carl Green, Ian Cochrane, David Greenbank, Peter Bramble, Simon Lowry, Tony Riles. They're the races in Class C. They're not lining up in that order, but Keith Eagar is on pole position. I believe it was Mark Wright in second, but he came into the pits quite early on in qualifying. And I'm not so sure Ian Cochrane's here, actually. I didn't see him go out in qualifying. Simon Lowry retired from qualifying as well, so fingers crossed he can get back out onto the track. Look out to see if we can find car number 75. Class F, of course, the MGF Cup. We've got Brian Butler in that field rugby, Christopher Greenback, Joseph Jones, Gregory Elwood, and Joseph McClure. So plenty of action going to happen here at Snetterton 300. It is the very first race of the day for the Cockshoot Cup. First of two. Race 2 gets underway at about 3 o'clock, and of course we'll bring you that live as well. So it's a lovely day, as we've said a few times. If you do live in the area, come down. Spectators are allowed. Leon, just turn around and here is proof. There's plenty of spectators knocking around today, and what a lovely sight it is indeed. Everybody having a nice time. It's nice and warm today as well. A little bit of sun in the air, and you can see the cars just ahead, just about to pull into Parc Fermé. Round they all go, look. I think this is the Equip race, wasn't it? This is the first race of the day, actually, Cockshoot Cup race 2. But of course we will be bringing you their second race of the day a little bit later at 3 o'clock as well. Now, once the Cockshoot Cup race 1 has finished, don't go anywhere, because we're staying live right here for race 1 of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup as well. Quite a bit of confusion in that too. Morgan Short will start on pole position in race 1. However, it looks like there was some sort of issue, transponder, timings, track limits, etc. I did catch up with Morgan straight after qualifying, and even he was just as confused as I was. Unfortunately, race 2 is going to start from 10th, so expect plenty of drama in the MG Cup throughout the day as well. And of course, a little bit later, we've got both races for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup as well. So who do you think is going to come win at the Cockshoot Cup race? Let's come back to that, shall we? Get those comments in below. We can see them. Hello, everybody. We also want to know where you're watching from today as well. We did have quite a few comments coming in. In fact, I'm going to read them out for you now as well. We had quite a lot come in. I didn't get a chance to read them out during qualifying because it was so thick and fast. So let's have a little look for you now. and I'm going to read some comments out. But this is proof that we do actually do it. We do read the comments out, so get them in. Comment below. I would do if I could get some signal anyway. Just bear with me one moment. Oh, we've had a couple of comments come in already on this broadcast as well. Alec Turner says, good morning. Wendy Broom has commented saying good luck. And a few places where people are watching today. Paul Bridgman says, morning Ian, cars are looking great out there at Snetterton. Steph Trevette says, good luck guys. Lisa Twigger is watching from Nottingham, supporting Kaylee Twigger in the MG Cup. Steph Trevette watching Richard Gerrard in the Metros. So yes, great comments. Like I said, do get them in. We can see them. There's a lot more coming in as well, but a lot of emoji ones, which obviously can't quite read out. So very shortly, you're going to see the Cockshoot Cup cars come out onto the track. The race ahead has finished. They're obviously going to come out, do their parade lap, line up. This is Rich's, the very first corner. Then they're going to come into the midfield of Snetterton. It's the 300 circuit. It's the longer circuit here. It's quite technical because of that. Normally the 200 is just this straight, a little squiggly bit, and that straight, and that's about it really. Fortunately, it's the slightly harder, more technical, longer circuit here. So who's it going to be? Remember, we're going to have your class winners as well. Class A, looks like we've only got Leon Wignall, so he should really wrap that one up, shouldn't he? Class B, I think we've lost Mike Peters, unfortunately. We've still got David Morrison, James Johnson and Aaron Jackson. In Class C for the Cockshoot Cup, we've got Keith Eager on pole position, Ashley Woodward, Mark Wright, Ray Collier, Max Piddock-Holdsworth, Carl Green, David Greenback, Peter Bramble, Simon Larry, fingers crossed he's going to get out onto the track. He did retire from qualifying, but he still put some times in, so if he can get the car out, he can race. Tony Riles as well. In the Class F, we've got Brian Butler, Phil Rigby, Christopher Greenback, Joseph Jones, Gregory Elwood and Joseph McClure. So not long to go now, and we're about to see, I'm going to go down and have a look actually, see if I can see the Cockshoot Cup cars lining up. They'll be in assembly area right now, and then they'll be released out onto the track. And look how close we're able to get here. This is how close we are literally able to bring you. Nobody else can get you closer to the action. I'm literally, look, I'm not going to, but I could just step out there. I certainly wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be very good. Now, if you like what you've seen so far of the Cockshoot Cup, there is a link in the body of this broadcast to the Cockshoot Cup website. Do give it a click. You can find out all the information you want. If you want to get involved, you want to get racing, please do get in contact with us. We can put you in touch with the right people, or just visit the website, contact them that way as well. And if you want to watch all of our live motorsport in 2021 and 2022, there's also a link to our YouTube channel. It's called Live Sport Now. Do give it a subscribe. It's fairly new, so give it a subscribe. You can watch all of the Cockshoot Cup. You can watch the MG Car Club. You can watch all sorts. You can even watch live golf if that's your thing as well. Live and free on our YouTube channel. Just give it a click, hit subscribe, and it's live sport for free right now. So, what are we expecting from this race? Peters is going to start. I did see his car in the garage. I'm not so sure he is. Excuse me. We do have the green flag out down as well on the start-finish line, so let's just have a look. Are the cars about to appear on track here? It's race one for the Cockshoot Cup here live at Snetterton on the 300 circuit. And so, yeah, it's Simon Larry with the oil problem. I think he is going to be on the circuit. I've just heard from the circuit commentary. I do believe that Simon Larry is going to take the start of the race, and that's why we had the red flag actually, because he had an oil issue. He dumped quite a lot of oil out on the track. That's why we had the red flag in qualifying. We saw Leon Wignall go for a little spin down at the bottom of Murray's because of that oil. So unfortunately, I do apologise to TSL, and here come the cars now, but TSL hasn't quite caught up yet, so I don't have the grid to show you. But here come the cars now, as you can see. And they do make a good sight, don't they? They really do. There is Keith Eager on pole position. There's Ray Collier in second. The cars coming steaming through. What a lovely sight they make. God, they do. It's been a pleasure to be here this weekend with the MG Car Club. There is Leon Wignall, car number 14. Through goes Tony Riles there. Oh, I didn't see Simon Larry. I assume Simon Larry is going to start from the pits. And I haven't seen Mike Peters at all. Mike Peters, just if you are looking out for him, car number 6, it's a blue car. Haven't seen him though. So Egar leading away from Collier. David Morrison there in third. That was a cracking qualifying, wasn't it? Actually, Class B for Morrison. He's leading the way quite comfortably there. Yeah, it doesn't look like there is Mike Peters. So unfortunately, Mike Peters' weekend is run already. It's a shame because he was right in the championship hunt as well in Class B. Gregory Elwood going through. Number 98, Joseph McClure. There's Leon Wignall and Tony Riles there, part of Darkside Development's team. So cars just going through Oggies there. Can we get your comments in below? Who are you supporting? Have you got a friend or family member racing in the Cockshoot Cup today? If so, comment below, we'll read them out. And tell us where you're watching from. Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you in the UK? Are you overseas? We want to know. So the car's just making the way down the Bentley Straight at the back of Snetterton. We're in a prime position here to see as much of the action as we possibly can. Are you excited for this one? Do the drivers still get nervous? You bet they do. So the drivers are faced with a few challenges, aren't they? The start-finish line here, it's a centre straight into Riches, then round Wilson. Then they head into Palmer, the corner that we can see here, down into Agostini, through Hamilton and Oggies, which is the right-hander running adjacent to this left-hander here, through Williams, then down the Bentley Straight, then through Brundle Nelson. That chicane that always kicks up a bit of a storm through there, then round the bomb hole, round Coram, the long right-hander into Murray's the final corner, and back onto the Bentley Straight. And I can see the cars just going through Coram now, so they're going to line up very, very shortly. And it's going to be lights out. Marshall's on the grid just to get the cars lined up into the right position. So Keith Eager on pole position. Ray Collier alongside him in second place. Who's going to get into Riches first? Who's going to get that inside line? And then who's going to get into the hairpin Wilson and maintain the lead through the middle section of the Snetterton 300 circuit here? It's race one of the Cockshoot Cup here live. Oh my word, I'm excited. So there they are, they're lining up now. This is going to be an absolute thriller. Hairs on the back of your neck stand up as these cars pump through, right through Riches, right next to us. Get ready, strap yourself in for 20 minutes of action here. Don't go anywhere. So Gregory Elwood, just hearing, I believe making his debut. First ever race start for Gregory Elwood. Good luck, Gregory. Enjoy it, won't you? As soon as those lights go out, those nerves will suddenly disappear. He'll be straight into the mix of it. Elwood in one of the MGFs. So the cars all lined up. We're just waiting for the boards to go up. Green flag waved by the marshal at the back. The board goes up. The engines are starting to rev. Here we go. It's time for race one of the Cockshoot Cup here live at Snetterton, and off they go. And it looks like it's a very good start by Keith Eager. It's like Ray Collier is being swamped, isn't it? Look at that. What a start that is by Eager. He's going to lead the line going into Riches. Let's just have a look. It's like Brian Butler's got past Ray Collier as well. Everybody going through safely, fingers crossed. Yes, they do. Everybody gets through Riches, the very first corner. Absolutely fine. They're going to head down to Wilson now. Then they're going to join us very, very shortly into Palmer. You're going to see the action right here as it happens. So magnificent stuff here for the Cockshoot Cup. Everybody gets through. Here they come into Palmer. It looks like still Keith Eager in the lead. He's going very, very well indeed. David Morrison in second place. Collier is in third. It looks like he managed to get back past Brian Butler, who drops down to fourth place. Look at the action as it comes around. Palmer heads down to Agostini, who are going to appear through Hamilton and Oggies very, very shortly as well. Oh, this is exciting stuff. This is what we love about motorsport, isn't it? Full of intrigue and action, and it's live right here, right now. If it's not live, does it really happen? That's the question. Through they go into Oggies now, the right-hander. Then they're going to power down. Short little right-hander before they get down onto the Bentley straight. Then it's a power battle all the way into Brundle Nelson. Through they go. Magnificent stuff. Everybody through safely. They've navigated the first corner. They've navigated the tricky midsection of this circuit. It looks like it is Eager, the man who is leading. Keith Eager in his midget AMW Motorsport. He's leading the way. Now I'm going to just move over the other side and I can have a little look as they're going to come down and around Coram very, very shortly. And I can talk you through it because I've probably got a slightly better view just down here. Of course, I can't see the middle of the section track from here though. There they're coming. I believe it's still Keith Eager going very well. Morrison in second place. Collier in third still. Yes, it is. And Brian Butler still in fourth. So the top four as they were as they came through the middle section of the circuit. Of course, Ray Collier has lost a position. He started second, dropped down to third on track. David Morrison in Class B though, leading the way in Class B. Eager, your Class C leader. Obviously, of course, Liam Wigan, we've only got him down as the only Class A driver. And Brian Butler, your Class F leader. There they go, number 4, Keith Eager leader. There's David Morrison, there's Collier, there's Butler coming through now as well. 69 is Peter Bramble going through. There's Dave Greenbank. Number 19, just behind him is Christopher Greenbank. Here they come, steaming through Riches, the first corner. Ashley Woodward getting very close indeed to Aaron Jackson. And through they go. And the Joseph McClure's MGF just sounded a little bit off going into Riches. Here they come, and through they go. So the action's going to come thick and fast. 20-minute race here. We're at race 1 for the Cockshoot Cup. Of course, we're going to bring you race 2 live a little bit later as well. Keith Eager, the current race leader, did 2:23.419 last night. It's quite difficult to say, wasn't it? It was the first lap of the race, but it's Eager, Morrison, Collier, Butler, Bramble, David Greenbank, Chris Greenbank, Pittock, Holdsworth, Green, Jones, Jackson, Woodward, Lowry, Rigby, Johnson, McClure, Elwood, Wignall and Riles. That's how your 19 runners and riders go. Unfortunately, Mike Peters did not take the start of this race. So almost a bit of silence, isn't there? Well, it's not going to be for long though, because I can tell you what I think. Ray Collier has got back past David Morrison to retake second place. You're going to see very shortly they're through Murray's. They're on the start-finish line now. Any second now they're going to appear in your screen. Keith Eager is the leader, but is it going to be Ray Collier or is it going to be David Morrison? We're about to find out. There is Eager, there is Ray Collier, it is Collier. He's snatched back second place, but look at Morrison, he's all over the back of him. Is he going to try and dive down the inside into Mitch? As he does. Oh, and he almost touched, but not quite. Great driving by both drivers to keep cars on the track. Excellent stuff indeed. And it looks like as well Peter Bramble's got past Brian Butler as well on that last lap. Plenty of drama. So it's Eager, Collier, Morrison, Bramble, Butler, David Greenbank, Chris Greenbank. And we've got Green, Pittock, Holdsworth dropped down to 9th, so Green's up to 8th, Pittock, Holdsworth down to 9th, Jones in 10th, Jackson 11th, Larry's making a few moves, he's up to 12th, Johnson's up to 13th, Woodward's dropped down to 14th, Rigby's dropped down to 15th. Now we're just waiting for McClure, Elgood, Wignall and Riles to come over the line. Here they come now, but we'll be looking back into the middle of the track here with the leading 4 or 5 cars. It's exciting stuff, isn't it? There goes Dave Greenbank, number 66 through. And Carl Green as well, picked up a win, didn't he, a little bit earlier in the season. Was it at Donington, I believe? Through, there you go, great action here at Snetterton. It always makes for a wonderful feast of motorsport, doesn't it? It's the late summer meeting for the MG Car Club here. If you're liking what you're seeing, don't forget you can find out more about the Cockshoot Cup. There's a link in the body of this broadcast after the race. If you want to go and find out more, do click it. Not yet though, don't go anywhere, stay with the race. It's pretty exciting action indeed here this Sunday. We're still Sunday morning, oh blimey, Sunday morning. So that's Eager, Collier, Morrison. So Collier and Morrison having a good ding-dong, we believe. Actually, David Morrison took second place back, didn't he, with that lunge down at the inside of Riches. But Collier has got it back again as they're going round to the final corner into Murray's now. So Collier is second once again, but he's going to have Morrison all over the back of him as they have a power battle down the centre straight here at Snetterton. It's still going to be Collier. A few moves going on a bit further down the field as well, round the corner curve. And here comes your race leader, Keith Eager. He's in control, isn't he? Once again, no, here we go. Ray Collier and David Morrison going toe-to-toe. There's no way through. Plenty of action coming on now. How exciting is this? Look at that. 22 and 19 having a good go. It's Greenbank and Pittock Holdsworth going into Riches. Oh, number 99. Who is that? Because that sounded like a bit of a crunch. Aaron Jackson sounded like a bit of a crunch as he went round Riches. Hope the car's okay. And I think Aaron Jackson is pulling off to the side of the track, unfortunately. As he came round, it did sound like there could be something wrong with the gearbox there. It went round, there was an almighty crunch. Waved yellows through Riches. That's the first corner just where I'm stood. So we've got waved yellows into Riches, and I believe Aaron Jackson has pulled off the side of the circuit. So what a shame that'll be. It is Eager, Collier, Morrison, Bramble, Butler, Greenbank. It's David Greenbank. Then we've got Carl Green, Chris Greenbank. Then we've got Jones with Jackson, we believe, is now out of the race though. Lowry, Johnson, Woodward, Rigby, McClure, Wignall, Riles and Elgood. Yeah, he's out of the car. I can actually see he's just taking his helmet off. Unfortunately, Aaron Jackson looks like he's out of this race. So there you go, your current race leader. But Collier and Morrison for second, having a fantastic battle, aren't they? Believe it or not, they're actually different classes. David Morrison is Class B, Collier is Class C. So your classes look like this. David Morrison is your Class B leader, Keith Eager, your Class C leader. I believe Brian Butler is your Class F leader, and obviously we've only got one driver in Class A, Leon Wignall. And so this time Collier is holding on. Oh, I can tell you someone who's going very quick, Peter Bramble. He's absolutely flying at the minute, isn't he? And perhaps he fancies a sniff at this one too. He fancies a podium here. He's catching Collier and Morrison up quite quickly. Can Peter Bramble nick something here as well? There's still time. We're only halfway through the race. There's still 10 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of action left to happen yet. And we're seeing some magnificent battles as well between Max Pittock Holdsworth and Christopher Greenbank. Great battles all through. It's not just at the sharp end, it's all the way through the pack. Great stuff, and it's great to see that spectators out in full force as well. Spectators are, of course, allowed back now, so make sure you get your feast of motorsport in for the rest of the year. Still a lot of meetings left to happen throughout the country. Of course, this is the Final weekend though for the Cockshoot Cup, the MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup season draws to a close today. Looks like Mike Williams is going to pick up the title in the MG Cup outright, and for the Metro Cup it's a battle between Mark Eales and Dan Willers. Tim Shooter's not out of it either, still a lot to happen. So Joseph McClure going through there. We've got Tony Riles just going through Riches now, and he's got Gregory Elwood for good company. He's got Elwood for good company. Elwood company. Ah dear. Right, let's get back to some real entertainment rather than my attempt at wordplay. And here comes your race leader now. There is Keith Eagar coming through, number 4. Closely followed by Ray Collier. He's starting to put his foot down a bit now, isn't he? David Morrison there and Peter Bramble. It's a four-way fight now, isn't it, really? Ray Collier is really closing the gap to Keith Eagar. I wonder if tyres are going off or he's just finding his pace. We've got Ashley Woodward off the circuit as well, I'm afraid to say. Looks like Ashley Woodward's race is also over as well. Leo Wignall just going past him there. And I'll tell you something, it's such a great back between Max Pittock-Holdsworth and Christopher Greenbank. They really are having a ding-dong. They're just locked together all the way through. They're going to be going through Riches side by side. So I think Ray Collier is getting closer and closer and closer to Keith Eagar. We're going to keep a sharp eye on that battle because the race is starting to get to its final 25% or so. It is Eagar, your race leader. Ray Collier in second, Morrison third, Bramble fourth, Butler in fifth, Green in sixth, Dave Greenbank in seventh, Pittock-Holdsworth in eighth, Chris Greenbank in ninth, then Jones, Johnson, Larry, Rigby, McClure, Wignall, Woodward, Riles, Elgood, Jackson. Although Jackson's out of the race, Woodward is parked up at the side of the road as well, so he's going to tumble down to 18th. He's out of the race. That's going to promote Elgood and Riles. So here we go. It looks like we've got a bit of traffic coming up. There is Ray Collier. He's just, they're going through traffic and they're just dropping back a little bit. David Morrison's just been held up a little bit, going through Riches as well. Is this just going to open the field up just a little bit more? We've got just under 6 minutes of this race left to go. There's Carl Green, Brian Butler just behind us as well. And Carl Green's got past Brian Butler on that last lap. So Carl Green's got up to 5th place. Brian Butler drops down to 6th. And look at Peter Bramble, he's flying in that yellow 69 car. So we've got a good look at the circuit here in the midfield. There's Carl Green, Brian Butler coming through. Sadly, we've lost Aaron Jackson and Ashley Woodward from this race. Oh, just hear it, Peter Bramble's gone off. Oh, we've got to spin it, it's Peter Bramble. Oh, he's had a big spin, hasn't he? Right in the midsection, going around Hamilton, approaching Oggies. He's gone off the track. Oh, and he was flying, wasn't he? He really was. And that has just ended any chance he had of snatching a podium. Oh, what a shame for Peter Bramble, that is. Almost feels like a little bit of calm before the storm, doesn't it? Almost goes quiet. There goes Simon Larry. Please see he's back out on track. Unfortunately, an oil problem in qualifying did actually bring out a red flag just whilst they cleaned up the track. But he's on circuit now in race 1 for the Cockshoot Cup. The time is ticking down now. Keith Egar, your race leader, Ray Collier close behind, but they've been going through a lot of traffic. Morrison in third. Now the question is, did Peter Bramble manage to hold on to fourth, or did Carl Green and Brian Butler get through? There is Collier, and he is closing the gap once again, isn't he? He's getting very close. David Morrison comfortably in third place now. Now who's it going to be? Is it going to be Bramble? Is it going to be Green or Butler? Did Peter Bramble hold on to fourth place? Yes, he did. So Peter Bramble is still in fourth place despite that spin, but he does have Carl Green getting very close company here. Just coming past me as well, we do have Aaron Jackson just been towed back to the paddock. Again, it's such a magnificent battle between Pittock Holdsworth and Chris Greenbank. They've just been going toe to toe. I'm sure they'll come out of the cars full of smiles. They might not be winning the race outright, but they're certainly winning motorsport right now with their performances. So Ashley Woodward just stood by his car. Unfortunately, he's out of the race. Shame that is. We're not far away from the end of this race. Can Ray Collier do something late on here at Snetterton in race one? It was 1.342 seconds over the line last time round. Can he get closer? Two big straights here at Snetterton, so there's opportunities. Here comes Simon Lowry just around Palmer now, car 75, through he goes, and back onto the main straight here. Number 9, that's Phil Rigby there, and I must say actually, we don't have Mark Wright, do we? We did see an issue in qualifying. He pulled into the pits quite early out. Now here comes your race leader. There is Keith Egar, car number 4. There's Ray Collier. And what was the gap? The gap is actually increasing. It's 2.286 seconds over the line. There's David Morrison in third place. Sorry, I just heard something over the tunnel. I couldn't quite work out what it is. But I'm not hearing anything. I am hearing Leon Wignall's car. Didn't sound the best going through Riches there. He's got Carl Greenbank, of course, that's he's lapping him there. And Carl Green has got past. Carl Green has got past Peter Bramble. Peter Bramble also had that off. Now he's got Brian Butler for company as well. So Peter Bramble, perhaps there's a little bit of damage to the car after going off. And the checkered flag is going to fall at the end of this lap as well. There's Dave Greenbank going through just behind me, but we're looking at the midfield section. There's Carl Green, as you can see. Leon Wignall there's just being lapped. There's Peter Bramble coming through now, the yellow 69 car. He's got Brian Butler in that blue and red MGF just coming up behind him. That will be for position. And we've got the two MGFs here, the green and the white one. This is magnificent, isn't it? Chris Greenbank and Pittock Holdsworth. They've been literally locked together the entire race. Magnificent stuff between those two chaps. So we're putting the camera back on the start-finish line because the clock has ticked down to 0. Next time we see Keith Egar, he's going to come over the line and he's going to take the checkered flag. I've got my eyes on it. It shouldn't be too much longer, and it's very likely Keith Egar is going to take the very first win of the day here for the Cockshoot Cup. In fact, I can see him. He's going around. He's just heading down into Murray's now, the final corner. Ray Collier in second place. It's looking like that is going to how it's going to finish. Carl Green is going to snatch fourth place here. And here they come up the start-finish line. And Keith Egar, number 4, red car, takes the win here for the Cockshoot Cup race 1. Ray Collier comes home in second place there, the blue number 10. Through he goes. Should be Dave Morrison to come through and take third, but also the win in Class B. So number 45, there he goes, David Morrison takes Class B, third place overall on track. Carl Green, there he goes, he's in fourth place. Now, Brian Butler or Peter Bramble, who is it going to be? This is what we want to know. Peter Bramble had that spin, wasn't he? He was going very quick. It's just started to lose pace. It is Peter Bramble. So Peter Bramble does come home in fifth place. Brian Butler comes home in sixth place. Now we're just waiting for David Greenbank to come through. And then, of course, we've got those two MGS battling as well. Is it going to be Chris Greenbank or Max Pittis-Holdsworth? We're going to find out very shortly. There is David Greenbank coming over the line now. We're waiting for the MGF battle. There they are, and it is Chris Greenbank who has just bested Max Pittis-Holdsworth. But those two, they've both won really. They've had a magnificent battle all throughout. So Keith Eager, congratulations to Keith Eager. He is your winner. He's a Class C winner there and outright winner. So Class A, looks like Liam Wignall's going to pick that up. David Morrison picking up the Class B honours and Brian Butler picking up the Class F honours here for the Cockshoot Cup. So there we go. We'll bring you up the qualifying order very shortly for the MG Cup, but let's just watch the cars just go over the line first before we do it. In fact, let's pop TSL up onto the screen for you so you can see how things have finished here with the Cockshoot Cup Race 1. We've got Race 2 to bring you a little bit later as well. We're far from done with the Cockshoot Cup today. 3 o'clock that gets underway, but let's pop TSL up onto the screen. There you go, there's the classified results for the Cockshoot Cup. Congratulations to all of the runners and riders. What a thrilling race we saw, we really did. That was an absolute cracker, wasn't it? And the best thing is we get to do it all again a little bit later this afternoon as well. How good is that? So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, if you've enjoyed watching the Cockshoot Cup, you can tune in a little bit later too. I might have a little bit behind the scenes footage for you as well. Now, you can also get in contact with the Cockshoot Cup as well. There's a link in the body of this broadcast. It will take you straight through to the Cockshoot Cup. It says find out more about the Cockshoot Cup Championship. Click it, it will take you through to the website. It's that simple. Right, so that rounds out the race 1 for the Cockshoot Cup Championship. Now we turn our attention to the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup Race 1. Now I can run you through the qualifying order. I hope we have the graphic to show. If not, let me just talk you through it. Morgan Short on pole position, maybe we can get it. Morgan Short on pole position. Bit of confusion though, of course, with qualifying. We did broadcast it live. If you listened in, it looked like there was a bit of an issue with the timing sheets for Morgan Short. He does start the race on pole position, but he starts race 2 in 10th, I believe. So yeah, not overly joyous about that, but he's on pole position for race 1. And Mike Williams lines up alongside him. Then Richard Buckley in 3rd place. Matthew Simpson starts in 4th. Then Ian Dowler in 5th, but he's on pole in Class B. Dan Jones in 6th, also in Class B. Peter Birchall starting in 7th place. Ian Bolton in 8th place. Kevin Burke in 9th. Carl Robinson in 10th, Kaylee Twigger in 11th, and then Aaron Ross on pole position in Class A, Stephen Hiley in 13th, Yaga Keane in 14th, and Stephen Bryant in 15th. So that's how they're going to line up. It's going to be quite a thrilling race, isn't it? Morgan Short, Mike Williams be going toe-to-toe. It does look like Mike Williams is going to wrap up the title, though, this weekend, certainly in Class C. 3 classes in total. Class C, the quickest, then Class B, then Class A. Morgan Short's had to miss a few races, unfortunately, this season. but he's got a very quick car when he does get going, and he will certainly be the favourite for this race. Of course, Mike Williams in the Metro. My word, it's a quick, nippy little thing. It really is. Tomcats not quite the performance perhaps we thought they might have, just ahead of qualifying, but it could be different in the race, couldn't it? It's the Snetterton 300, so it's the longer circuit, but you add that sort of middle technical bit, which does favour the lighter, sort of quicker cars around the corners. And it's gone really quiet all of a sudden here. It's gone really quiet, but we do have green flags, so I believe the cars are about to head out onto the circuit. And here they come now. It's time for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup Race 1. There is Morgan Short on pole. Let you enjoy them going through. Look, there they go, Yargo Keane there. There's a Stephen Bryant, number 35. We're going to get a good look at them as they come through Palmer as well. So I'll just run you through the qualifying order once again. On pole position, Morgan Short, Mike Williams in second, Richard Buckley in third, Matthew Simpson in fourth, Ian Dowler in fifth, Dan Jones in sixth, Peter Birchall in seventh, Ian Bolton in eighth, Kevin Burke in ninth, Carl Robinson in 10th, Kelly Twigger will start 11th, Aaron Ross in 12th, Stephen Hardy 13th, Yargo Keane 14th, Stephen Bryan in 15th. So Mike Williams, Morgan Short, this is a battle to watch out for. Richard Buckley's always in the mix. He's been a winner this season. I do get excited for all the championships we work with, especially the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Now we can show you the grid order now as well. So let's pop that up onto the screen. And that's how they're going to line up for race 1 of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Morgan Short on pole position, Mike Williams alongside him. It's going to be an absolute thriller into riches. Who's going to get there? Is it going to be the nippy Metro? We're about to find out very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Once again, the anticipation is building here at Snetterton with the MG Car Club. What a wonderful day it's been. Do come down. There is actually an MG Motor stand here as well. You check out the MG cars you can actually buy on the road. Although a lot of the cars you're seeing, actually, you can just tax them, MOT them, and you can drive them home. So if you see one of these trundling around the M25, do take a picture, do send it in to us at the MG Cup. And same with the Cockshoot Cup. If you like what you're seeing of the MG Cup and think you want to get involved, you've got a car that's eligible, want to find out how you get involved, there is a link again in the body of this broadcast. I believe it's just below the Cockshoot Cup one. It'll take you straight through actually to the MG Cup website, so do give it a click, find out all the information you want from there. And if you have a question, just get in touch with us. Peter Birchall runs the championship, so he'll be more than happy to help you. In fact, he's racing now as well. So here we go. Cars are lining up. It's time for race start. Mike Williams, Morgan Short, toe to toe in a battle. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be somebody else? What about Richard Buckley? Can he squeeze through? Matt Simpson, can he get through? We know they've got very, very good pace. Can they hold it together for the 20-minute race? Just waiting for the green flag from the marshal, then the boards will go up. Right, so the green flag has now been waved. The board will go up very shortly. The lights will go on, then off, and off we go. Here we go. The Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup Race 1 is go, 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 and let's have a little look at this. I'm trying to see, I think Mike Williams and Matt Simpson has had an absolute flying start, but it's Williams, Simpson, Matt Simpson's absolutely flying. He's going to try and go around the outside of Richard's not going to make it out with the stick. Morgan Short holds back Richard Buckley to get third back at least. He did start on pole, but he's dropped all the way down to third place. Just managing to hold on from Richard Buckley, but it's Matt Simpson had an absolute flyer. It is Mike Williams, though, who does lead them around. They're going to come up into our screen, our Palmers, very shortly. It is Mike Williams from Matt Simpson. Wow, what a start from Simpson that was. But Mike Williams will be sitting pretty quiet there. Morgan Short in third place, Richard Buckley in fourth. Look at that as well. Ian Bolton's had a good start. Dan Jones, Ian Dowler's dropped back a little bit, hasn't he? And Stephen Bryant going through as well, number 35 there. Wow, what a cracking start that was from Williams and Simpson. Morgan Short, we will get to the tail of those guys pretty quick, I imagine, so keep a sharp eye on that battle. Ian Dowler dropped back quite a bit, didn't he? But what a start from Ian Bolton. Dan Jones going very well. In fact, what's happened to Ian Dowler? He's going very slow. Ian Dowler in the yellow and red car. Oh, what a shame that is. Started on pole position in Class B. In fact, he's been the championship leader in Class B. He's dropped back almost to the back of the field. I wonder if he's got a problem. Can he get it back to the pits? But Ian Dowler, I wonder if he's got a puncture, because it looks like he's trying to keep the car on track. It looks a little bit wobbly. Let's hope everything's okay. So I have a feeling. What a shame that is, but Ian Dowler's been absolutely flying this season. It was his 50th birthday in the week as well. We had a little party to celebrate last night, but Snetterton has so far not handed him a very nice birthday present. So Williams is really opening up a bit of a lead now. This is exactly what Mike Williams wanted. Morgan Short trying to go round the outside of Simpson, and he's going to get the job done because he's going to have the inside line heading into Murray's, and Morgan Short takes back second place. Now can he hunt down Mike Williams? He's handed Mike Williams a bit of an advantage here, but it's still a long, long, long way to go. Here comes Williams now on to the centre straight. He's over the line. He's starting lap 2. He's in the lead. And look at Simpson and look at Short. And Simpson's managed to hold it back again. Wow, incredible stuff. And look at Buckley. Look at the pace that Tomcat's got going down the straights here. Morgan Short just can't do anything with it. And there's Peter Birchall as well, having a good battle with Dan Jones. Through they go now. There goes Ross. Here goes Hiley. There goes, and Dowler's back, and that's why Dowler went slow. He's lost his back bumper. Ian Dowler's got no back bumper. And someone's kicked up some serious dust. They're heading down into Wilson. Well, look at this again, Simpson and Buckley. And Buckley's got past Morgan Short, and now he wants to get past Simpson. And Buckley fancies his chances here this afternoon. Oh, wow, this is excellent racing for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Don't take your eyes off it. This is an absolute thriller. So Mike Williams is probably loving this right now, because the battle for second, third and fourth is really going off, and it's Buckley now who's managed to get himself up to second place. Morgan Short has dropped down to fourth place now after starting on pole position, and Williams at the front is thinking, yes, 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 let me get away, let me get away. And Ian Bolton's going incredibly well. They've got Dan Jones behind him, Peter Birchall there as well. A great mix of racing here. Ian Dowler can start to move things forward a little bit, no doubt. Started on pole position, didn't he, in Class B. Dropped down, he's lost his back bumper somewhere. Maybe I'll go recover it for him, put a bow on it and give it to him for his birthday. Oh, this is an absolute thriller. This really is an absolute cracker. Mike Williams going around Coram now. He's heading down into Murray's. He's got the lead. Oh, this is so exciting. It really is. I'm just trying to get a look. Here comes Williams now. He's in the lead. 15 minutes of the race to go. And I'm so pleased to say we've still got 15 minutes, but look at it. He's getting a bit of lead. Look at Buckley. Buckley's opened up a huge lead. Morgan Short just can't get past Matt Simpson on these straights, can he? These Tomcats are flying. And Morgan Short tucks in behind going into Richards, but he can't get the job done. Can he get a good run heading down into Wilson? He's almost alongside Matt Simpson. We're going to see very shortly. Look at this. Peter Birchall's made a big move as well. Dan Jones has made a big move. Ian Bolton looks like he's lost out a little bit on that lap and dropped down 2 or 3 places. Ian Dowler is now hunting them down as well and thinking, no, I'm getting back in this race. Mike Williams comes through. Now here comes Richard Buckley in second, Matt Simpson in third. There is Short as well going through. Now, one thing that's not escaped me, if you're watching this and wondering where Kaylee Twigger is, the answer is I don't know. But she clearly didn't take the start of the race, so we'll have to go and find out what happened. I think there might be an issue in qualifying. Unfortunately, there's no Kaylee Twigger in this race. That is a real shame. And I can tell you, Short is now alongside Simpson, but I think he's going to have to do it the hard way round the outside if he can do it. So Williams, Buckley, Simpson, Short, Birchall, Jones, Burke, Bolton, Robinson, Dowler, Ross, Hiley, Keane, Bryant. That are how your 14 runners and riders. Remember, we've got no Kaylee Twigger in this race, unfortunately. Oh, what an absolute thriller we're having. Bryant going through there in 35 in Class A. It's good to have Stephen Bryant with us. So, camera back on the centre straight here. I can see Mark Williams just going through a Coram now, and he's got a good old lead from Richard Buckley in second place. He's got a big lead over Matthew Simpson and Morgan Short. Oh, Morgan Short's gone! He's gone off! He's gone off. Morgan Short's gone off the circuit. He's going to be okay. He's going to recover it. He's going to get back on. He's gone off. He's spun it round up at Cormer Curve, but he's back on the track. Oh, big drama. Peter Birchall's gone through. They're all going through. Oh, my word. So Buckley in second. Simpson, that's given him a lot of breathing space. It looked like Morgan Short was trying to go around the outside. He might have got a wheel on the dirt and spun it round. That's promoted Peter Birchall up to 4th. Jones up to 5th. Burke up to 6th. And there is Morgan Short. He has managed to recover it. He's back on the track, but he's behind Ian Bolton. He's got Robinson for company just behind him as well. And here comes Ian Dowler. Ian Dowler's not finished yet, I can tell you that. Oh, huge drama here for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Big drama. This is better than this is more drama than an episode of Coronation Street, I'm telling you. Here they come, Peter Birchall, Dan Jones, there's Burke, there's Bolton, there's Short now. He's going to be desperate to move through this field. Robinson just behind, there's Ian Dowler coming through as well. Oh, it's big excitement here. Mike Williams leading away from Richard Buckley. Matt Simpson in 3rd place. This is far from over. There's a long way to go yet. And Dan Jones is now your Class B leader. And I believe it's still Aaron Ross is your Class A leader. So exciting stuff indeed. Mike Williams, Class C, going very well indeed. Dan Jones in Class B. And Aaron Ross in Class A. That's how it stands at the top of each of the 3 classes for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup, as we still have 11 minutes of this race left to go. And that is a good thing, isn't it, indeed? So Williams, Buckley, Simpson, Birchall, Jones, Burke, Bolton, Short, Robinson, Dowler, Ross, Hiley, Keane, Bryant. That's how it stands. Mike Williams just coming down Murray's now, the final corner. He's going to come on to the centre straight, almost halfway through this race now, but he's got a good lead, hasn't he? Richard Buckley in second, 5.5 seconds behind over the line last time around. We'll see what it is this time. There goes Williams, your race leader. There is Buckley. The gap this time is 5.8 seconds, so if anything, Williams has actually extended his lead. There's Matt Simpson as well, comfortably in third place, 9.7 seconds behind the leader. Now, these are the battles. Here's Peter Birchall. Here's Morgan Short as well, making a move on, looks like he's going to get past Dan Jones. Yes, he does. Next up is Peter Jones in his sight. Peter Birchall in his sight. He's past Dan Jones there. It's like Ian Bolton slipping back a little bit, isn't it? Burke making a few moves as well. Dowler's gone through. He's just tagging on to the back of that group now. It won't be long before he catches them up. And here they come, and look at this, Morgan Short all over the back of Peter Birchall now. He's going to have to do some work here. But whilst all this is going along, Simpson, Buckley and Williams are all getting away from the rest of the pack. 1, 2, 3 for those gentlemen. The rest of the field is as it was, so over the line to complete the lap of Williams, Buckley, Simpson, Birchall, Jones, Short, Burke, Bolton, Robinson, Dowler, Ross, Hiley, Keane and Bryant. They are your 14 runners and riders here for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup at Snetterton. It's the season finale here. And look at that, Morgan Short. Look how it's a train of cars. It's wonderful to see. The beauty of this as well is that they can all actually overtake each other. It's not like Formula One, where you've got to wait about 3 days before you can do anything. Well, this is shaping up nicely, isn't it, for the last 7 or 8 minutes or so. Don't go anywhere. It really, really is. Morgan Short's on a charge, but he's right in the thick of multiple on-course battles right now. Oh, it's wonderful. So Williams over the line, as you can see, there he goes in the red Metros, looking to make it yet another win this season on the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Richard Buckley in second place. He's had a very good season, hasn't he? Might probably be a title contender again next year. There's Matt Simpson coming through, comfortably in third place. I wonder if he might fancy his chances of getting a bit closer to Buckley. And Morgan Short now, Morgan Short's got past Peter Birchall. So the big question now, with 8 minutes to go, is can Morgan Short catch up to Simpson and nab a podium place? So Short in fourth, Birchall in fifth, Jones in sixth, Burke in seventh, Bolton in eighth, Robinson in ninth, Dowler in 10th. We're just waiting then for the Class A cars to come through. Ross, Hiley, Keane and Bryant. So Aaron Ross, your current leader in Class A. Dan Jones, your current leader in Class B. And Mike Williams, your leader in Class C. But look at the battle we've got going on between Burke and Bolton. That's great, and that's important as well. That is in Class B, so that matters. That's for second place in Class B. Now Morgan Short, has he got enough time to catch up to Matt Simpson? Or can he catch up to Matt Simpson is the question, really. We've got 7 minutes left to go. It's a lot of work to have to do, isn't it? It's such a short space of time. It's 3 laps really, isn't it? There's Steve Bryant. It's nice to have Stephen Bryant here, as I said, car number 35 in Class A. Steady, steady. So short last time round, up to 4th. How close is he going to be this time to Matt Simpson? That's a bit of a question, isn't it? I can tell you, looking at it from where I am, there's still quite a chunky gap. There's Mike Williams, your race leader. Keep it together, and it should be job done for Williams with 6 minutes left on the clock. Richard Buckley comfortably in 2nd place. Almost out on his own a little bit now, isn't he? Here comes Simpson as well. He's sort of out on his own, but he'll be very aware, no doubt, that Morgan Short will be very eager to hunt him down. Although there is almost a 7.5 second gap between Simpson and Short. But this is the battle. Look at this going on right now in Class B. Magnificent stuff, isn't it? And look at that, Bolton makes his move on Burke and gets it done. Can he hold it though? Robinson right behind him and Dowler as well. Those 4 all battling in Class B. Class B is where all the hot action is right now. So Short goes through the middle section through Palmer's now. I'm interested in this battle in Class B. So Birchall going through. Dan Jones is your Class B leader, car 21, but this is where it's all at, isn't it? Ian Bolton. Dowler's making a few moves as well. Dowler's jumping up, and it's like he's going to be on a podium for Class B now after dropping almost down to last place on the opening lap. Suddenly he's in 3rd place. He might even fancy the class win. He's got a lot of work to do to catch up to Dan Jones, but it's doable. It's just about enough time, I think, if Dowler could get the hammer down. He's got Bolton in front of him. Might fancy his chances, though. Burke's not giving up just yet either, is he? He's saying, no, you might have got past me, but I'm going to bite right back at you. What can Burke do here? And Robinson's just sat there thinking, guys, do what you want, because if you make a mistake, I'm straight through. It's going to be close to Ross and Hiley in Class A as well. That's 1 and 2. So I'm hearing Burke has put a lot of pressure back on Dowler for the final podium in Class B. Here comes Mike Williams, your outright race leader and Class C leader. Three and a half minutes left to go on the clock. That is it. There's Richard Buckley in 2nd place, Simpson in 3rd. Now, how far back is Short? It's 5 seconds, so he's eating away at it, but I just don't think there's going to be enough time for Morgan Short. There's Peter Birchall. Peter Birchall out on his own. And look at this, Dan Jones. Ian Bolton somehow got right back up, and Dan Jones is going to have to try and make a move, but Bolton takes the lead in Class B. Ian Bolton takes the lead in Class B. What a great move on Dan Jones that was. Can he hold it? Great stuff. This Class B has been absolutely lit in this race. It's been magnificent. Let's keep a sharp eye on Class B here. There they come. Ian Bolton has made his move all the way back up again. There he goes. Dan Jones trying to chase it down. I thought he had quite a bit of a gap, didn't he? But Ian Dowler's in the mix as well. Time running out. In fact, next time round will probably be the last lap. Well, I can tell you it will be. So the next time round will be the last lap. So they've only got 1.5 laps left now to make a move. So Williams, Buckley, Simpson, Short, Birchall, Bolton, Jones, Dowler, Burke, Robinson, Ross, Hiley, Keane and Bryant. That's your running order. The 14 in total, 3 classes. Williams, the leader in Class C. It's Ian Bolton now as a leader in Class B, and Aaron Ross, your Class A leader. Mike Williams just coming round. Murray's now, he's on the penultimate lap. He's about to start his last lap. He's on the centre straight now. It's not long before he'll appear in our screen. He's got a good lead as well over Richard Buckley. It was 13.5 seconds over the line last time round. So for the last time, Mike Williams comes round. He'll take the checkered flag next time. Through he goes. Last lap for your race leader, Mike Williams. He's got a huge lead, hasn't he, over Richard Buckley. There is Buckley now. 16.5 seconds is the lead. Matt Simpson closing up on Buckley. It's just not enough time to do it. And Morgan Short's really closed the gap as well. It's now 3.5 seconds. But again, just not quite enough time. I tell you what, if there was another lap in this, who knows? It could have got a bit juicy right down to the wire. But what is getting juicy is Class B, because look, there's Ian Bolton and there is Dan Jones as well. That's the battle for Class B honours as it comes on to the last lap. Ian Dowler has fought back to third place in Class B. And 8th on track, and Burke and Robinson going through too. And then we just wait. It looks like it's going to be Aaron Ross who's going to pick up Class A honours. With Hiley, Keane and Bryant. Oh, is that Mike Williams? Mike Williams is off the track. Mike Williams is off the track. I don't believe it. He's managed to recover it. He had such a big lead though. He's managed to get it back on. But going around Oggies, Mike Williams made a mistake, locked up. He went off the track. He's managed to recover it, and isn't it a good job he had that lead, because Richard Buckley now is only just coming through Oggies. Mike Williams will be halfway down Bentley Straight by now. Oh, that was the benefit of having such a big lead, wasn't it? But big late drama here, my word. And Ian Bolton and Dan Jones going toe-to-toe in Class B, the two white cars as they come round Oggies now. Dan Jones just can't quite get through, can he? No. I think he's just trying to line himself up for a run down Bentley Straight into the Nelson Brundle chicane down at the bottom. There's not that many more chances here. So the clock has run down to 0. Now he's coming around to Coram now. So Mike Williams, bar an error at Murray's, is going to win race 1 here at Snetterton for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. But it's been full of drama. Oh my word, hasn't it just? And there he goes, Williams takes the win. There he goes. Williams gives a big fist bump as he comes over the line. It's going to be Buckley in second place. And there is Richard Buckley. Simpson getting very close to the end. Simpson comes home in third. And Morgan Short there in fourth place. There's Steve Bryant coming through. He finishes in 14th. Peter Birchall's over the line now as well. And look at that, it was Ian Bolton and Dan Jones. What a wonderful battle that was. Bolton takes Class B on it. There's Ian Dowler. There's Robinson going through. Great battle in Class B, wasn't it? So we're just waiting. Burke dropped down in the end to 10th, it looks like. So we're just waiting for Ross. So Aaron Ross there, let's just wait for him to come around. He's going around Coram now. He's going to be your Class A winner. We're going to make our way back slowly to Parc Fermé. See if we've got a chance of catching up with some of the drivers. Just want to see Aaron Ross. So there you go, Aaron Ross takes the checkered flag and wins Class A. Stephen Hiley comes home in second in Class A, 11th on the road. It's like Burke might have dropped out on that very last lap, so Iago Keane will come through for 12th. Right, let's pop TSL up onto the screen just whilst we walk our way back so you can see for yourself how things finished up. Yeah, and I think we lost Kevin Burke actually right at the end there, unfortunately. But what an absolute thrilling couple of races we've just seen there. The Cockshoot Cup race 1, and there was the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. What an absolute cracker it was. A feast of live motorsport for you here at Snetterton. It's the MG Car Club late summer meeting, and it's the final meeting for a lot of the championships here, including the MG Cup and the Metro Cup. We're bringing you that a little bit later. So we're just walking our way back to Parc Fermé, just see if we've got a quick chance to grab one or two with the drivers. I really want to speak to Mike Williams because he had that little wobble going around Oggies. Fortunately managed to recover it. And he had a big enough lead that it didn't actually affect the race. Fortunate by coming down here, we're not too far away from Parc Fermé, so it gives us a good chance to chat to a number of the drivers. There you go. Let's pop TSL down, but here are the car. Matt, blimey.
Sweaty mess.
Well, well done though.
Cheers.
You were catching Richard at the end as well, weren't you?
Was I? I hope the reason I was catching Richard is because I could see Morgan catching me, and I was like, and then I saw the back of my head, I was like, don't make a mess of this now. Because I was watching the clock as well. I was like, we've got one lap, go.
Yeah, it's tough, wasn't it? Tough race.
That was a great race. Good.
It was magnificent to watch. Morgan was alongside you and he just went off.
Yes, he was trying to come around the outside of me, and I noticed. I thought he's not going to just drive round me. We're both going fast, and then suddenly I saw a load of dust, and I was like, woo! I got a bit of a breather.
Rest, relax, take third. There you go.
I need to take about 10 litres of water.
Yeah, go on, mate. Well done, though, bud. Let's grab Aaron Ross up here as well because he's just taken the win in Class A. Aaron, mate, congratulations. How was that?
Yeah, not too bad. A bit warm.
Yes, a little bit. I mean, it was Stephen Hyde was keeping you honest, wasn't he, all throughout the race? It was a good battle between you two.
Yeah. I must say, I was quite surprised on how close he was at certain stages. Last couple of laps, he sort of had a cheeky sort of like dive at the very last corner. I think, where it looked like a dive.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Yeah, good to be back in the seat.
Yeah.
It's been a year. So,
and he picked up the class win as well.
Yeah, not too bad.
Days,
not too bad.
Not bad. You've got to do it all again later, then.
Yeah, and we've got Steve. Steve's coming out later as well.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Steve, Tyler's coming out, so...
excellent.
Yeah, so brilliant.
Well done, Aaron.
Cheers, mate.
There you go. Fortunately, I think Mike's gone, isn't he? I wanted to grab a word of him, but we'll let him go. We're actually going to go off to a short break, but don't worry, we've still got the second MG Cup race to bring you a little bit later. We've got both the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup races and the second Cockshoot Cup race to bring you as well. We might even squeeze in a very short paddock walk just down the garages because I know that we've got Metro Cup drivers, Cockshoot Cup drivers and MG Cup drivers down there too. We'll be back live shortly. Thank you.